Welcome to Gray Overload. I'm Anthony, and Microsoft is trying to make VR go mainstream. Let's dive in. Microsoft, with the Windows mixed reality, is trying to get and jump into the VR space as well. They have products from HP, Lenovo, Dell, and Acer that are going to be headsets that start at $399 with the controllers. And so this is a great opportunity for them, and also to bring more competition to the market, because we have, the HoloLens, which is out of most people's space, and that's their AR side of things. And I'm excited to see where that goes in the future. But then they have the Vive and the Oculus. The Oculus right now is on sale, but its regular price is $499. And then you also have the Vive, which is $599. A little bit more expensive. They're great quality products as well. So this is just another play into that marketplace, and we'll see how well these headsets perform and where they compete against those two as well. But one of the big things that these headsets have going for them is that Microsoft says that they're very easy to set up. And that's one obstacle, that even if people can afford it, that they also have to be willing to take the setup. And the easier the setup is, the easier it is to get a person into it and using it and enjoying it, rather than knowing of the headache of trying to set it up. Now, I think that this is a huge benefit to many, many users, that when you're trying to grow a market and make it so it's a mainstream product. But I think one of the interesting things about this is that Microsoft says that it also makes it so you can pack it up and go, no matter if you're like for work or play, going over to somebody's house or parents' house or whatever to show it off, but also traveling for work. And I'm very interested to see how that works, because that usually means that you're bringing a laptop along. And I know Microsoft in here says that this is for a laptop too. I want to know how well it performs, and if it is performing at a rate that's actually usable. So I haven't tested out VR yet. I'm very interested in it, but I'm very curious as to how well it operates. I've done a lot of reading on it, of how well you need to maintain certain frame rates just to be able for it to operate well. So I'm very interested to see how this works. But then it's going to be coming out this holiday season, which is great. And I'm excited to see that, because we've heard about this for a while now. But the controllers, like I said, and the bundles with the controllers and the headset is $399, which is a great price. And I think it's a good price to get a lot more people involved in this market, which is going to be great for many people and many different users, as well as businesses, to try to grow the market. The range of hardware is very interesting to me. So Microsoft says that there's going to be Windows mixed reality PCs, and this will consist of desktops and laptops with integrated graphics. I am very interested in how this is going to operate, and integrated graphics, and how well it produces frames per second to keep quality at a good speed. So when plugged into these devices, our immersive headsets will run at 60 frames per second. So they're saying that everything's going to be at 60 frames per second on these integrated graphics. Hopefully Microsoft has some of their own hardware certified for this, as well as hardware from each of those companies certified for this when they launch these products. If not, they're out already. Then you're going to have Windows Mixed Reality Ultra PCs that will consist of desktops and laptops with discrete graphics. When plugged in these devices, our immersive headsets will run at 90 frames per second. And these are quotes from Microsoft's blog post here. And so that's very interesting. Well, so 90 frames per second, that's basically trying to match what the Oculus and the Vive do. So that'll be very interesting. And I'm sure that Microsoft has already figured this out, that a lot of people that build their own computers, their hardware should be able to be put into one of these two categories, as long as they have a qualifying hardware requirements list out. So I'm hoping that they just already have that done. But let's get into the interesting part of this, is the immersive experiences. And Microsoft said there's going to be many immersive experiences from games and media in the Windows Store. And I think a little side note here, Microsoft, is let's clean up that Windows Store. Let's make it so it is immersive as well, that people want to go to it and want to go and view stuff in there, because right now there leaves much to be desired in wanting to go to the Windows Store. And one person has bought many things from that Windows Store. So to test out how it all works and how well it operates, and there needs to be some improvement there. But one nice thing about this whole announcement was that 343 Industries is bringing future Halo experiences into mixed reality. So I think that that's a great announcement that a lot of Halo fans are going to want to see. Hopefully that also includes maybe an Xbox play in this whole VR stuff, but we'll see down the road here as well. And then one very big thing that I think that Microsoft announced, and they left it to the end, but I think this is one of the biggest things there is, was that Steam is going to be able to use on all these 4 headsets as well. And I think that's great for Steam, great for Microsoft to have that platform in there so that all that Steam content can also be played on these VR headsets. It'll help Steam grow. I think it'll help more traction get into with VR. I think it's a great play overall. But just my closing thoughts on this is that I think that this is going to be a way to get the industry to finally grow, finally go into other people that wouldn't maybe normally look at VR. And I'm excited. Hopefully that these are in stores and all over the place, so Microsoft can really start selling these, and these hardware partners can really start pushing them so that people get in tune to VR if they're really serious about it. So I do want to thank you for watching this channel. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and also help grow the channel as well. Thanks for watching Gray Overload. If you like this content, be sure to subscribe.